Okay, welcome back, fans and friends. For this video, we have an unusual one. Actually, it's because I don't regularly buy Maisto design. This is their muscle series, and one of the reasons is not the 8 years old that I don't qualify, but the 164 scale. It doesn't look like it is close to 164. But anyway, I liked how the design is. I don't have too many of these Maisto whatsoever. I saw they have the trailer hitch one similar to the green light trailer and hitch version, and the truck's wheels didn't reach the ground. So if somebody intends to play with that, pass it off as a toy, they're gonna wear out the bottom of the frame. However, this one didn't look too much worse than that, so I decided to go with it. Plus, I don't have very many the 1990 to 2004 series Fords, so I decided why not try give this a shot, see how it goes. So on the front we have, I think what is there is a 1967 Shelby, the fastback. You can tell by the little inlet over the window there, and the trademark lights. I would have the green light Ford to show you. So basically you have there, and it's going to look a little bit like that. You can tell just from the lights like that. It's a Shelby in the background, and this is a SS Z28, so obviously Camaro, none of which is this car. So anyway, here's the Ford SVT Cobra, and we have all the very plain design. Once again, just the two vehicles from the front. Maisto design, muscle there. You have Ford licensed product, GM officially licensed product, and then you have the imported by Walmart key package for future reference. Although unlike the green lights, it has no reference to what else is in the set or anything else, just basically the muscle bill R5 here, the barcode, I guess the serial number, and where it's made and where the company's based. And that's basically it. So nice and short, but not very handy. So if you're keeping it for future reference, I mean, there's only so much you can refer to in that package. So I'm gonna, and it's basically done similar to the green light with an insert. I totally destroyed the packaging. And so first things first, it has a little tab there. Just be careful. It seems robust enough. It's actually very similar to the I guess we'll start with the front and we'll just do the whole thing. And it'll very plainly painted lights. You can clearly see the Mustang in the front there, although it is not labeled as a Mustang. It is labeled as a Cobra, which would be closer to a Shelby. I actually must say I do like that interior for the engine. The hood opens up really well. It's very stiff actually, but it does open up without any added tools, so you don't need, like, I've been showing people how to open certain vehicles like the Auto World, and some certain gluing lights will require that. This, because of the cutout there, you can just slip your finger in there and open it. So even though it's plain silver, I must admit it looks very nice, shiny chrome. As for, like, and I told you guys already, the Ford, it's very plain and simple to see there. Besides the inlets, if we see the lights is just, it seems like it might be an insert. I'm gonna say it is. Let's just say it is, or it's painted over. It's a layer of paint actually. It's neither insert nor paint. It's just a layer. I don't scratch it off. The base there, you can see it's not completely free of deco. The front splitter. Then we go to the side. You can see some markings there. It's painted a little bit like the. I can see the bottom there says battery, but I can't see what the top says, and everything else is barely legible. Obviously, the 93 is easily legible. You have the flame paintings. You have the red wheel. It looks really nice, I must say. Like, even though I'm not really a fan of the lowrider type, this one is okay actually. You have very good detail inside the vehicle because the steering was painted different from the rest of the vehicle. but it makes it plain and clear and easy to see. Graduating to the back, the lights and nothing else is painted whatsoever. It's extremely plain. All you see is the muscle. So it just struck to me it's sort of like the GL muscle from Greenlight, and then you also have Jada's big time muscle. So I guess this is a running theme here because this is a muscle car after all. Spoiler is nice and evenly on. It is a separate piece. Could probably break that inside the back window there. It's very plain. No rear view mirrors. Not huge, but the one vehicle I will compare it with for scale is here I have the Jada, and you can clearly see the physical size difference. Both of these cars claim to be 164. And then I will bring an actual 164. I have a 1992 GL muscle. The 5.0, you see, 1982 Ford Mustang from Greenlight. That is supposedly in 164, and I'm pretty sure every 10 years the physical car didn't get much bigger. However, with this Maisto, I really do believe the engine is done way better. Like, look, because it's done so plainly in the Greenlight, it doesn't look quite as good. While obviously this one here looks really, really nice. And obviously the Jada here does not open. It has the rear view mirrors though. I mean, it doesn't really balance it out, but if it's used for display, this looks really nice. And then we go to the other side. It's basically the same except for you can see the gas cap. So with a Ford Mustang, I believe the gas cap is in fact on this side, while for the Shelbys, it'll be just underneath the, let me just confirm this. It'll be in the back here. This plate will slide aside and it will not be on the driver's side. But you can see there the Cobra from Shelby. So to call this a Ford SVT Cobra, I mean, they're probably right. I'm not really. And then finally, top of it, before we go to the bottom, just the 93. Everything else is the matte black, which is I'm all in favor for. Instead, like you can see, this Greenlight is two parts. You have the shiny black and the matte black. I would prefer it like this if the whole thing was matte black. Just looks better. It'll age well. And so underside, other than the nice shiny, we have the transfer case there. We have the two exhausts, and then down there, they are not easily visible from the rear of the vehicle. But like I said, the rear of the vehicle is very plain. And under here we have 1993 Ford SVT Cobra. And that's, it's nice to have it because the last thing you want is a vehicle where, I know it's very popular with Hot Wheels, where they rarely include the year of the vehicle. So for collectors and people who drive them, I do think the year is very important because you can have a lot of overlap, and we know from Greenlight when they re-release vehicles, there's a good chance that a lot of them look very similar. Anyway, last but not least, we'll do the roll test. It has a slight wobble if I'm pressing down, but seems to roll all by itself with no problems. Okay, so this is my first review of a rather non-standard Ford SVT Mustang. As you can see there, the wheel does push in a lot, but when it's on the flat on the table, you don't hear any grinding or any sliding from the frame. Like I said, they had a pickup, a tow vehicle where the front axle was so far into the body that this here, the splitters, side splitter, front splitter, would have been grinding against the floor if you tried to roll it. However, I did not buy it, so I would have to buy it and try it. And the main selling feature of this car, I would have to say, is this nice and shiny interior. Maybe Greenlight take a little bit of a, because Greenlight usually does the bodies very well. They do the tires very poorly. Well, it's actually not evenly done, but Greenlight maybe take a bit of a note from them when they do the insides, because if you're going to do even the back Bandit series, you make the engine all black, you can't show it off. Like, how are you supposed to show that off without the light shining directly into it? You can have this from most angles, and look at that, looks so nice. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video off before I just keep going. I would say this was a nice buy. Like I said, no rear view mirrors, that's not a big huge loss. Very plainly painted back, but it has better details in most respects. At least, the very least, it's differently painted rather than having it all identical like this or folded into the back like this. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, this is Tumnus from Toronto, and have a good one.